grade 1 and welcome back to Writer's Workshop. Before we get started, I want to go over nouns and verbs because when we were talking yesterday, I realized that some of you know and some of you not so much, not yet, right? So first, let's go over a noun, and we know that noun are 3 different things. A person, the students are happy. A place, I love to go to the beach. And a thing, is that pencil yellow? So we know 3 different things, a person, place, or a thing, right? But then Miss Thea asked you, if I were to say who, what does that mean? Is that referring to a person, place, or thing? Who is talking about a person. When you ask, who is that? You're asking, that boy in the corner, who is that? Or I can't see you, who are you? What is your name? Who? Right? Let's put it here. Next. Where? Where did I put my lunchbox? Where is Africa on the map? Where can I go to the beach? Where is talking about a place? A place. And finally, what? When I ask the question, what are you holding? What are you doing with that soccer ball in your hand? What is it that you are eating? I'm talking about a thing, right? So another way to write person, place, or thing is who, where, and what. And where have we seen who, where, and what before? We have seen it on our story builder. Our story builder talks about who, what, and where because it helps us write our stories. Because who is also the characters. Who is the story about? Where is the setting? Where does the story take place? Is it on the beach, at the park? And what is happening? What are the main events? What is that character doing? And as we talked about when we learned verbs, all of our pages in our story and all of our sentences should talk about a noun, the character, and the verb. Who is doing what? Because a verb is an action word, right? So we are running, going, singing, jumping, swimming. So every story and every page in your story, every sentence should talk about the noun, or who, person, place, or thing, and what they are doing. So I'm going to take these down because now we are going to start our writing lesson. So here I have written character, setting, and main events. Who, where, and what. Today we are going to use our story builder because we are going to write a make-believe story. So these are the 3 that I picked for myself. Who, the main character, is a detective. What is given a mystery gift. So the main events are going to revolve around the mystery gift. And where is the setting? Where is the story going to take place? So let me get some tape here and I will stick it here or down here. All right, so we can remember. Now grade 1, I do not just want you to write a story that says a detective is given a mystery gift on the plane. Tell me a story. It's just as if we have been practicing. We look at a picture and we think, what is in this picture? So we look. Well, it seems as if there are scissors and a guy is getting a haircut, so this must be a barber shop. This kid is getting ice cream, so that must be an ice cream shop. And that looks like a government building. There's one tree, some grass, 2 cars, and a lot of little potato people who all look very happy. So we've looked at the picture. Now let's look at the title to help us. So it's called In Town. So this book I'm judging by the picture and the title. It talks about what this one potato, since he's in the front, what he does in town that makes him happy, what he likes to do in town, right? So it's the same thing. We can see this, look at this picture, and without reading the book, tell the story. So there once was a potato. He was at home, and then he realized he needed to go into town to run some errands. First, he got into his car. And then when he got into town, he got a haircut at the barber shop. So character and main event. Then he went and he decided that he was hungry. So he decided to get some ice cream because it was a very hot day. And then he decided that he wanted to go mail a letter to his grandma. He hadn't talked to her in a long time, so he went to the post office and mailed her a letter. And finally, he and some of his friends watched a movie before driving home. So I just didn't tell you a potato goes into town, did I? I told you the whole story behind this picture. And that's what I want you guys to do. I want you to draw pictures and tell me the whole story. Let's just imagine that the one picture we got was a detective holding a gift on a plane. I don't want you to tell me the detective has a gift on the plane. Tell me the whole story. Look at the way the detective is feeling. Look at her surroundings and just be creative. The whole world is a fantasy when you are writing a make-believe story. Anything can happen. It could be a mystery gift, and at the bottom is a tunnel. And the tunnel leads to a magic land full of unicorns, right? Anything is possible. Be creative and tell me a lot of details. And finally, don't forget your transition words. First, next, second, then, after, and on the last page, finally, or last, okay? So, Miss Bia, like I said, this is my story builder. So I'm going to tell you the story I wrote, and it is 8 pages long. So I'm expecting a nice story from you guys. Okay, so once upon a time, there was a detective watching a movie on an airplane. So you see on my first page, I introduced the main character and the setting. And what is the main event? She is watching a movie. So character, detective, setting, airplane, main event. On the first page, watching a movie. Then, transition word, all of a sudden, the air hostess put a gift on the detective's lap. And you can tell by her face she's very confused and doesn't know what is happening. So character, again, the detective and the air hostess. Setting is still the airplane and the main event. There's a gift put on her lap. After, the detective went to shake the box to see what maybe is inside. What could it be? She thought. So I told you, how is she thinking about it? Because she is a detective, right? So now the detective is shaking the box on the airplane. Next, another transition word. She smelled it to see if it had a scent. Maybe perfume, maybe chocolate. What could it be? Character, detective, on the airplane, smelling the box. Then she finally decided to open the box. She could not believe what she saw. So on this page, I told you she is opening it, but I didn't tell you what is inside. So you can work on your prediction skills to think about what could it be. So what do you guys think? Maybe it's a shoe, but she looks surprised. So maybe it's something scary. Maybe it's something she's never seen. Maybe it's a secret letter. Let's find out. Inside the gift was a picture of the detective's mother swimming with her father. Now, that is nice. So I told you, character, setting, main event. She opens the gift and inside is a picture. On the back of the picture, the mom wrote, "Come visit us in Hawaii next week. We miss you and it will be fun." So my story continues. She didn't just open the gift. Something happened with the gift. What could it be? The detective smiled. Finally, when she had finished reading the note, she went to go thank the air hostess because she had not seen her parents in 5 years. So I told you the whole backstory, how she felt. The character, the setting, and the main event on every single page. And that is what I want you guys to do. Tell me a whole entire story behind what is going on. So, grade 1, I'm going to say and tell you what it is that you will be writing about. What will be your who, what, and where? What are your character, setting, and main event? So, I have picked these random cards for you and have put them into the story builder. So who? The character, the main character in your story is a witch. The what? So the main event is going to revolve around her discovering a secret tunnel, and the where, it's going to happen at a friend's house. Now, of course, you can do other things, and you should do other things. And tell me more about the witch. Tell me more about the secret tunnel. Tell me more about the setting and where she is. Really stretch the story. Since you guys are all going to have the same story, I'm so excited to see and how creative everyone is going to be. Tell me the story. Get me excited to read your story. Okay? And then finally, you're going to send it to me. After you send it to me, keep the story because next week we are going to do something else with this story, okay? We're going to add more details. So keep the story, send it to me, and I'll see you next time.